Yeah, people criticizing me keep their dogs locked in a crate for 10 hours a day, which again, like even crate training is like, I couldn't even do crate training to be fair. Like I fucked it up. Because I wanted to try and like potty train Kaya on a crate. It didn't work. She just was so goddamn stubborn. I'm blowing up big time. I'm blowing up big time in white woman Twitter. I'm blowing up big time in like all of the media environments. I think it's actually really interesting because it's one of those things that is just like so objectively untrue. Even though if people stick to the clip culture, if people just stick to like the clips in general, like sure, they'll make up their minds. They'll be like, that guy's a real piece of shit. And, they'll forever think of me as that person. Right. But like, if they were to briefly glance over, or if they were to like watch any number of videos, like, I mean, Kaya literally grew up on camera. So if they actually saw any uninterrupted broadcast, like they would be like, all right, well, this is a little bit overblown, I think. But ultimately, do you think MSM will change their views on you after this? I feel like you were doing good making waves in MSM lately. No. If you noticed a lot of the outlets that have like covered this or attempted to cover this without any sort of consideration for like defamation or whatsoever, it's been like Fox News, New York Post, shit like that. And it's also so objectively untrue that it doesn't really matter, ultimately. I think it was Gutfeld that even covered it as well. The Hollywood Reporter covered the story, I know. And it's really funny because like they went to PETA, and PETA is like one of the most militant, like pro animal rights organizations out there. And it's really funny because it's like PETA is one of the most militant animal rights organizations. Hollywood Reporter didn't even ask me for it. For my take on it or anything like that, which you're supposed to do. That's like what journalism is supposed to do. That's what journalists are supposed to do. And it's interesting. They went directly to PETA, and then PETA straight up was like, he says he doesn't use one, and we really hope that is the case. Instead of just being like, yeah, he definitely uses one, we should kill him or whatever, which is what you would expect normally. But I think it's like low key. PETA's been an ally in the past as well. It's really sad because even streamers I thought you were friends with are saying you 100% did this. Who? Moist Critical? Is that who you're talking about? With the exception of him, I don't think any streamers are either legitimately terrified. Streamers are either legitimately terrified of saying something, or like all of the people that have been around, all the people that have been around me are like, or have been around Kaya and myself, are looking at this being like, this is the most insane thing of all time. They keep texting me and being like, Dean So Cool did today. Wait, what did he say? I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's also crazy knowing how much fundraising and charity you've done for local animal shelters. I know. FaZe Clan didn't defend you. They made jokes about it. Why would, guys, what are you talking about? It's FaZe. Of course they're going to make jokes about it. It's normal. I think you guys need to be less like, you need to be a little bit less sensitive about this stuff. Like, you need to be able to parse through like people who are memeing about the big thing versus people who are like very deliberately pushing an angle or pushing a narrative. You know what I mean? We're also making jokes about it. I've been making jokes about it. I posted on my Instagram stories about how I have 2 dogs to abuse now. Like, I have unlocked a second dog. Can you believe it? Like, what do you mean? Look, got 2 dogs to mistreat now. Like, it's, yeah. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. I think one of the funniest parts about this is that, like, got doxxed over the Kaya drama. I work as a part-time trainer and made a post about how to identify abuse that no signs are seen in your clips. People are pretty ruthless as far as like how they attack people, and it's not even like sincerely because they think that this is real animal abuse or anything like that. I think it's just more so because people, like a lot of people that are just like actively coming after me, or in the inception point came after because they were looking for anything that they could. It's been really funny seeing people. It's been really funny seeing some people be like, yeah, this is how Muslims are. This is, of course, Muslim pieces of shit. Of course, this pro-Palestine piece of shit would say something like this. And it's like, all right, dude, what are you going to do? And then you have a bunch of people who are just like very actively going after people who have been like, I've been around this dog. I don't think that this is real. And now they're like, now people are just like trying to break into their accounts and stuff. The Yelp did not seem like your shot collar was used. I've met Kai. She was extremely loved and there wasn't a shot collar inside. But since I made the tweet, people are trying to hack into my account repeatedly. Like, it's like those guys, those losers, they don't actually get the coverage. Like this is never going to breach like public consciousness. Folks are like, Hasan is a creep. Let's look to what Andrew Tate has to say about it. Yeah, the loudest voices on this stuff, with the exception of like Moist Critical, who's a fairly tame, normie content creator, have been just like some of the worst you've ever met online. Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos and shit. It's just the latest Hasan controversy. Yes, I know. It is. It is what it is. It happens. Yeah, I mean, but it has definitely pushed way past like the previous controversies, because like it's definitely hit the normie sphere. This is like a America Deserved 9/11 style situation, maybe even worse than that. Because I literally just now got like a normie friend of mine hitting me up to be like, dude, there's like people talking about it in like my like coworker space. Kids are talking about it. You know what I mean? It's like this is the this is the meta. This is the thing that people are running with. I've seen people saying horrible stuff about Kai while being mad at you for supposedly shocking her. Yeah, it is what it is. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? I mean, this is, maybe I'm too weird. Maybe I'm too weird about this, but I'm so used to it at this point. Like this is just my life. All publicity is good publicity? No, that's not true. I mean, this is not good. This is not good at all, dude. There's like, it makes me sad because I'm basically a white woman when it comes to taking care of my dogs. So this is definitely the new Hasan is a terrorist thing. Yeah. Anyway, blast off memes, my lord. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. There are straight up threats against you, and the H3 sub is so insane, but I think it's all people just chirping. Yeah. What are we doing back there? Getting comfy and getting cozy with it. I don't think it's worse. You're just more famous as a baseline, right? Yeah. I'd love to move on respectfully. Of course, we're going to move on. But you have to admit it's funny that this guy's making fun of the rumor. No, I did. I responded to this person. POV Hasan Piker when his dog moves 0.001 picometer. And he said source Ethan Klein. And I think people didn't see that. And they were probably like mad at him or something, but I replied to it as well. It's so stupid. But I actually even replied to it with a photo post, but I don't know. It's just buried in the comments probably. I know he didn't do it, but the memes are hilarious. I know this isn't true, but the slander is actually frying me. Yeah. What HasanAbi has to say next will shock you, but not as much as it shocks his dog. Yeah, I think the memes that have come out of it are pretty funny. Overall, I think it's also funny that people are like people fundamentally don't understand how like any of the dog training stuff works either. Like they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit. They think it's like dog abuse in general. That's part of the reason why so many trainers have come out and been like, you guys are wrong. Like shock collars are not like tasing the dog. It's like a TENS machine. I have literally fucking shocked myself in the past. Like, so people are just like oblivious to that in general. So wait, hold up. Oh, we got a discount code that Jeremy sent me. Okay, I'm going to have Jeremy Scahill on later today as well. Yes, thank you. Shock collars are not wrong. I mean, they can be used in a wrong way for sure. Stop saying they don't understand. Yeah, we use an e-collar on our hunting dog. I've shocked myself. It's for his safety when hunting. Like people don't understand because like a lot of people think that it's just you're not supposed to train your dogs at all. You're just supposed to let them fucking roam, not realizing that like dogs need structure. They need to work. They need to be like very active. They need to get that out of their fucking system. And not only that, but also in an effort to train them, a lot of the literally the disability dogs, the service dogs get fucking e-collar trained with like a what you would call a shock collar. What did Vanilla May say? Vanilla May said, "Hi, Kaya." Yeah, it's so even like the most maximalist position that people think happened is not even a remotely controversial incident. It's just like I was not even angry at Kai. I was just fucking angry at the situation of my internet being cut out, and I just had a fucking shitty moment. It is what it is, you know? It was something that I also recognize as well. It was just awful. They are wrong. The leading animal behavior organizations oppose them. You guys are spreading misinformation right now. Yeah, people criticizing me keep their dogs locked in a fucking crate for 10 hours a day. Which, again, like, even crate training is like... I couldn't even do crate training, to be fair. Like, I fucked it up. Because I wanted to try and, like, potty train Kaya on a crate. It didn't work. She just was so goddamn stubborn. So I just had to literally take the fucking L on that and basically wake up a million times a night back when she was a little pupper, because she would just eat it. Like, she would just literally shit and piss and then lay in her shit and piss. And because she has so much fucking fur, when she was like a little baby, when she was a little puppy, she has so much fucking fur that it would just be, then I would have to sit there and wash her every time. Doors open. The old e-collars would share their frequency with the TV remote, so pushing the buttons would activate them. That's crazy. She was shit maxing and piss maxing to the absolute max. Your rage is a subathon goal for 45K named Hasan Collar. Are jokes like that okay, or do they annoy you? No, they're fine. I don't give a shit. I actually was thinking about like getting a shock collar and then incorporating it into the stream to have it like on me for like a fundraiser or something. I feel like that could be something we could do. Like if we fundraise over like a certain amount, I'll get a shock collar and I'll fucking shock myself with it. That would backfire. I feel like that would backfire, dog. Probably your worst idea yet. No, for like a fundraiser for the fucking local no-kill shelters or something. I feel like that could be cool. Hasan, the purpose will go crazy. Be careful. Bro, Israel will hack you and kill you with it. You can't do that. It's crazy. You can't kill someone with a fucking e-collar, dude. That's stupid. That's what your hate watchers want. I know, but we could farm the hate watchers for a good cause and fundraise off of it. Israel will donate 30 million to shock you for 8 hours straight. Yeah. Anyway, this is not a great idea. Okay, well, maybe we won't do it. That's what they said about the pagers. True. They're on their way to every pet store to give the shock collar the pager treatment. Did you congratulate nephew last night? No, but congratulations to young nephew, Jason the Ween, for, I assume you're saying about the 100K subs, right? Yeah. Screw that. It's a good idea. Every 5K raises I think that would be a good idea, but I don't know. But yeah, if you were asking me like, do I fucking care about the jokes? No, I don't. Because it's one, completely untrue. So it doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me for sure is like people who sincerely get duped by it and then like actually think I'm doing this, like actually think I'm like abusive. That does hurt my feelings a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. People fucking, guys, I've been called a terrorist for the past 2 years. Like, I've been called a terrorist for the past 2 years. The fucking government, multiple governments are my ops at this point. What am I supposed to do? Like, it is what it is. I'm used to it. Yeah. Fucking current mayor current mayor of New York, who dropped out of the fucking mayoral race, Eric Adams, was like subtweeting me, you know? Is this the last time we're going to talk about this? Hopefully. Yeah. Guys, look at the current political climate and what people support. They're not the smartest. Yeah. I mean, we're not in the best place in general for media literacy, for critical thinking. It's just, we're not in a good place at all. So it is what it is. What does Kai think about all this? Hi, how do you feel? Kai, how do you feel? Okay. Dogs stretching in front of you like that is also a sign of comfort for those of you who don't know. Hi. Oh, God, you're so nasty. Because, like, as always, she was... This morning, I took both her and Fiona to the gym. So she basically was duking it out with the two Belgian Malinois that she's besties with. And one of them just fucking treats her like a chew toy, which is crazy because she can't fucking feel anything because of her mastiff skin. So she just gets fucking chomped on. And then it's all wet. Her entire fucking face is wet from being... It's just so nasty. She's stretching. She clearly never walks or gets to stretch, so it must be abuse. It's true. Anyway, that's... I think we've explored this subject matter enough. But yeah, personal news-wise, not anything else going on in my life other than I just... I shot the podcast, the Fear Am podcast. It's almost shedding time too. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Oh, no. The podcast was good. As always, it was an absolute banger episode.